Hello guys, so you are on Travelomania and you are with me in the Big Bhaang Theory. So here we get refreshing thandais, obviously bhang thandais, bhang ke pakore and some other exotic dishes. So we tried out this place before Holi and we got a goodie bag and I'm going to tell about it in the next clip. And you will be ushered into the big man himself, Kama KM.
उठा ले पैक उठा ले so ultimately उठा लिया and this is a goodie bag which we got from Kama KM at the drinking pit stop safari. This was over the Holi weekend and we are going to see what is in it. So super excited. We have got 4 bottles of the Big Bhaang Theory. And I have heard a lot about it. Hope it tastes delicious as well. Yes, this will be the, I think, first bhang thandai that I will be trying. And also I have uploaded a shorts already. So this is one thing I really tried that day and it was yummylicious. So this is a bhang brownie and we have few chocolates. I don't know what flavor they are, but definitely it has bhang in it because they're supposed to be a bhang goodie. So all thanks to Kama and the Big Bhaang Theory for offering us this goodie bag in Holi.
So this is what cannabis or bhang actually looks like. I got to have fritters the other night. They also keep wood-fired pizzas, yummy in taste, and I had the warm company of Sneha Saikia Ba. These are the fritters that I tried and these are the non-bhang dishes that they had to offer. Bhang is often misunderstood, so to break the jinx about it, I spoke to the man himself.
Hello! So it's weekend, just the weekend before Holi and we are in the drinking pit stop. So this is the man who is popularizing bhang, the not so popular drink ethically and legally, but we would love to hear from him. The horses know?
Sure. Love to spread some awareness around.
Some awareness, yeah.
Bhang.
So how did it start?
So I call it a shower concept. So shower, yeah.
Something which occurred to you, I read about it.
Yeah. So just I take good long showers and I get a lot of thinking, ideas then. So it just popped up. I've been born and brought up in Ghaziabad. That's technically UP. And we have licensed bhang takers there. So whenever it was Holi, people used to call me that, get some bhang for me from Ghaziabad. So
as in, the cultivation happens there or is it just takers?
So
where does the cultivation happen?
Cultivation happens in and around, see it widely grows. Okay, you don't need to plant anything. It's like pollens from the birds, from the air. So it grows almost everywhere in the northern parts of India. And there are licensed farmers, something very similar to opium. There are cannabis farmers who grow this and provide the extracts to the government and to the pharma industry.
Pharma, the medical part of it.
The medical part of it. Most of the antidepressants, most of the painkillers, they use cannabis. And till 1980s, everyone was not smoking tobacco. People were smoking cannabis.
Cigarettes were not there?
No, cigarettes were not there.
80s?
Yes, till 80s, people were not smoking tobacco. They were smoking cannabis. So whenever you read any Gurbani or any religious book, so whenever they mention sulfa ganja, chilam. So in the chilam there was not tobacco, it was the bhang, it was cannabis. So it is.
That's the tikia they use, the black one?
No, they used to. It's more of the buds of the plant and the crushed leaves. Okay, because there was no terminology and what people used to do earlier, they used to put some oil in their hands and they used to rub the plant. So
the extracts used to come.
Extract the resins of the plant, which is like the concentrate, the main THC content. They used to get it on their hands and then they used to scrape it off and make it like a black ball, which was high concentration of Bhang. Okay, people also, I don't want to use the term because those are not legal. The other kinds of, for recreational use, people are using, that is forms of this, but this was always widely grown. So in 1980s, pharma industry and US, United States of America, they pressurized India to so basically criminalize and bring cannabis under narcotics. So that is the time when actually things came under. So just because Bhang was a religious
I mean, it's offered
connect,
to Shiva and
it's
all.
offered to Shiva, and it has a very important existence in Hindu mythology. So they kept Bhang out of it. Okay, because they never wanted to get
You
into
understood the religious.
so that the religious point. So most of the northern India, so it's Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Madhya Pradesh.
5 states.
These states, they have got legalized government
Thickers.
theka. Okay, mostly it's one per district and it's renewed every year. And also there are a lot of legalities, lot of loopholes, but as such, Bhang doesn't come under narcotic. Bhang is a authorized, approved, more edible form of cannabis, which is alcohol.
So how do we define bhang actually? What is it? Is it a food? One word for it. How do you use it?
So Bhang is a common term for a lot of things, for the plant, for the seeds, for everything. It's like a common term, but actually the legal Bhang which you get in a sarkari theka is a edible form, and it's a paste of leaves and stalks. So they grind it. If you've seen Ghotna, so Ghotna is grinding. So they put light pressure and put water on it, and they,
It's a semi-solid type of a
it's like a paste.
That's why you said the expiry period is not much.
So it's like a fresh leaf and fresh top of the plant, which is ground on a silvatta, and some water is sprinkled, and they form a gola. So it's what people call it laddu, people call it gola ka gola, bhang, a lot of things. So that is actually what the bhang is. It's basically the edible form of cannabis.
So what are we doing here? I mean, how do you actually want to, how Big Bhaang Theory should be propagated, or people should know it as such?
So this is a concept which started in 2014. This is our 10th year, and we only do it once a year. That is Shivratri to Holi. So every Shivratri, we after the people do Jalabhishek, we do Bhangabhishek.
Nice.
So it was Shiva's most favorite drink as per a lot of literatures which is mentioned, and it used to be called as Vijaya.
Vijay.
In Sanskrit, Vijaya is the plant name.
Vijay from Vijay, like winning.
Yeah. So Vijaya is the Sanskrit name for cannabis.
Nice one.
So there's sativa, there's a lot of other terms which are used for it. But Vijaya is commonly mentioned this plant even in Veds. Atharva Ved it mentions. Okay, so I actually wanted to for the people to not make a taboo of it, but have it in the right way.
Proportions, right?
So all my work most of the time has been working on going back to basics, back to the roots. So whatever flavors we make, so we try and keep our roots and our nostalgia and our grandma's recipes in, because they had a very solid reasoning that why it existed. So that's why we wanted to make people who would actually never stand on a ठेका, on a सरकारी ठेका जिसमें वो सरिये लगे होते हैं बाहर अंदर से ना छोटी सी खिड़की से. Not many people will go there and buy bhang, and they would never get exposed to it. So we wanted to make more fun of it, make it fun, make it interesting, remove the taboo
Make
around.
it more accessible.
Accessible also, but what I believe is it's a mood enhancer. Okay, it should be consumed during celebrations. So if you see on Shivratri, if you see on Holi, people are happy, there are happiness around. So that's why you should consume bhang, because it will make you happier. It is, if you are depressed, if you are low,
You'll go
you
more
can
lower.
more lower.
Single.
So the vibes have to be positive and happy. So we can do this round the year, but we try not to do because around Holi, no one is scared to. No one is scared to drink it and experiment and the happiness in the air. So that way, so that's why we keep it at during this time of the year.
I mean, before Holi and after Shivratri. Okay, so what are the different type of mixology, if I put the right word? What are you experimenting with?
So we just experiment it as an ingredient. So we make chutney out of it. So there is a lot of wild grown cannabis around. So even we have made pakoras out of it. So bhang ke patte ki chaat. So understanding this, mixing it in the right quantity, because that is most important. Because everyone can have an access, but they don't know how to
Prepare it in the right way.
prepare it, consume it, what is the quantity one should have it. So over the time we have experimented, researched, did a lot of experimentation around it, and now we have perfected a few things which we generally promote. And this is more of a awareness point of view, and it's not a business. We have got another businesses which gives us with the same brand name, the Big Bhaang Theory. We have launched a health and wellness range which is into hemp, which is no THC, and which now FSSAI have also approved. Earlier we were doing it under Ayush license, but now FSSAI they have approved, so it's like a superfood. So we are working around that. So that is our mainstream business. But this as a concept, we just want
As
to.
a passion, you are. Nice. So like one more thing, like how do you see Bhang going about in the next few years? I mean, what is your vision?
If you see United States of America, they asked India to.
It's legalized there?
So most of the states they are legalized and they are on a much next higher level. Okay, they can control how much THC should be there, how to extract the compounds, how to increase the potency of THC. So they have gone to the next level. THC is the psychoactive substance which hemp doesn't have. So THC is which gives you a high. Okay, so they have genetically modified the strains and they have made it legal. So they are on a next level. Amsterdam was earlier known as the cannabis capital of the world, but they are still restricted to some joints, which is mostly hash and weed, and there were cafes around. But if you talk about USA, the kind of terminology and the kind of
they've gone quite far.
they have made small concentrates and tips and jars and bombs. So which is like really the next level. So we really don't want to get into that. I know a lot of big pharma companies, they are now entering into the cannabis, CBDs and extracts, which are still against prescription. But we want to make it more fun. If any of the countries would love to have it, like Ireland, they have legalized, Amsterdam, they want to have, they call it as edibles.
And that is what I was asking you. How do you refer the broad term for it?
The broad term is, this is called edibles because bhang is the edible form, and we are mixing it with different types of food, which can be sweet, which can be savory, and which wherever it can be paired with. So globally, but those are made using extracts of THC, which is more scientific, more chemicals, more machinery used. We want to keep it more a mix of classic, old day tradition, and in a packaged in a contemporary way, so that it also is attractive to a lot of people.
So generally, like when we have a thandai, so I mean the mixing proportion and everything is similar.
So if you go to a bhang theka, so they have made small balls of it. The same ball can react differently in your body, differently in his body, differently in my body. Over the time, what happens is it develops immunity. Then you don't get, if you go towards Mathura, so early morning the pandits there while doing the Surya Visarjan. After the Visarjan, they go to a bhang theka, they put 2 big bowls in their mouth and drink water. Okay, so that is the kind of dosage which they have. because over the years their body have developed immunity for smaller quantities, so they need more to get into that stage. So it totally depends on. So for how we have done is we have done it in a very subtle way, so that the starters, a lot of new people, they are the ones who are trying. So no one, it shouldn't be a bad experience for anyone. So it is just to get a happy high, a feel good factor. But totally, then again, it also depends on the state of the person, the mind of the state. If you are too scared to drink it, you might get into a panic mode. Or a confused mode. So no, and for the next few hours you can be in that state. So whoever is drinking this, don't think, go with the flow. You know, on Holi when everyone is around, friends
Community
around, community.
Okay. Fine. So it was so nice to talk to Kama, and let's wish everyone a very happy
Holi.